I have to praise the menu UI in Mario Kart Wii. Something that I know Rye Red really loves to talk about.
You damn right I do.
Menus are pretty cool, yeah? They serve as a way to get the player where they need to be, while also serving as a way to flaunt the game's art direction, setting the tone for what the player is about to experience. As my buddy Sticker JP said, I have a soft spot for Mario Kart menu UI, especially Mario Kart Wii's, since I grew up with this game. Go watch his video, by the way. He does a great job describing the things the game does really well. Anyways, today we are going to be examining Mario Kart Wii's menu design and see why exactly I adore it. For starters, in order to properly explain why I love Mario Kart Wii's menu design, we have to take a look at the visual design of the console it belongs to, the Wii. Nobody ever talks about console UI as a whole, which is a crime as the Wii has one hell of an aesthetic going for it. Its applications and games all take on this old-timey television motif, which is also displayed in how each one is called a channel, as well as the staticky effect it gives off. This stuck with me mainly because at the time I first got a Wii, I had it on this really crappy, staticky TV, so it fit, but I digress. Mario Kart Wii is one of the few Wii games I've played that fully embraces the Wii's established motif and integrates it into its own. Right off the bat, Mario Kart Wii uses the same TV screen grain effect that the Wii does, which gives off this feeling of consistency, and that is very important. While the overall main menu isn't revolutionary by any means, that simple step is a great way to start. It's here that we also see another reoccurring element, the upper and lower borders of the screen, which sport the game's commonly seen blue checkerboard pattern, which is used as a way to accent them. It's a simple pattern that ties into, well, the fact that it's a racing game. Examples of this are seen in other places too, such as the standard digital stopwatch font used to time your laps, or the racing sponsors that adorn the tracks, the latter of which has been a series staple. The other big example of racing game ideas within its visual design is in the game's save files, which are called licenses and highlight your wins within each of the game's cups, with the same checkerboard pattern. As we progress through the menus, we see quite possibly the greatest use of the established TV motif, how it ties into the game's text boxes. These particular text boxes use the grain effect from before, but it takes things one step further. Whenever you run the cursor over a mode, the text boxes will play footage of that mode from within the box area, while a faded model of the mode's icon spins in the off space. The text boxes serve a double purpose, and it works seamlessly in that the TV grain effect is literally being used to show you in-game footage like a TV would. It works so well that I didn't even notice it at first when I went back to replay the game recently. However, even if the menus look and feel good, they aren't always used efficiently. If you want to play a replay, you have to watch the entire thing without being able to skip around or fast forward or anything remotely convenient. However, this is about where the notability with menus end though, as most visual design from here on out is fairly straightforward. The same pattern and motif are used throughout the rest of the game in the ways you would probably expect. However, the audio design is definitely worth mentioning. When the player is in the process of selecting a character, car, and course, the soundtrack builds upon itself. As you go through each screen, another part of the menu theme is added. This is called adaptive audio, and it works wonders for getting the player hyped before a race starts. Playing this as a kid with this music felt like gearing up for Vietnam. You were just ready to whoop ass. In addition to the audio, the UI sound effects are also pretty satisfying. Here, Nintendo uses a combination of small jingles. The ones with glissando are used to highlight advancing through the menu, and the ones where you cancel or backtrack use a dissonant low chord. The game also uses glissandos within its rule sliders, one that plays normally, and and the same sound in reverse order when you cycle through the options in the other direction. And to top it all off, the results screen slides into place using compressed sounds in order to convey a sense of motion. Before we end today, I should also probably mention the other way this game ties into the Wii's television motif, that being a little something called
The Mario Kart channel.
This application was a free download that allowed you to see worldwide online rankings, as well as those of your friends. It's honestly pretty dumb that these features are a separate application, but because of its theming, I don't even really care. It's treated like a TV channel that you would check throughout the day, as evidenced by the fact that the TV grain is everywhere. The simple way its visuals are formatted makes this feel less like an extra step and more like a fun detour, which I think goes to show how vital good visual designs can be. It can fully transform a person's experience with a game. Oh, and you can also infinitely play Funky Kong's voice clips. 4 out of 5, it's pretty good.